Good afternoon, and thank you for being here today. My name is Bassam Fallatah. I'm presenting today a sphenoid wing meningioma. So the background in 1614 Fix letter first described the meningioma as an autopsy. In the 1938, Cushing and Ashton first used the term of meningioma and introduced it as a separate category of extraparenchymal tumor. Meningioma account approximately 13 to 20% of all primary brain tumor and 35 to 60 to 36 of all primary brain tumor. As my partner, Dr. Bassam mentioned, the different pattern of intracranial meningioma. My topic today about the sphenoid meningioma, which is the third most common meningioma, representing 20%. And this is the different location of meningioma, as you can see in that picture. So first of all, the bone anatomy of the sphenoid, it's a bone part which separates the anterior from the medial cranial fossa. And as you can see here, the lesser wing of sphenoid, the medial part is from the ala major, and the lateral wall forming the orbital roof, the lateral wall of the orbit, while the medial part of the sphenoid is called the ala minor, and lateral part and separated by ala major. The sphenoid ridge separates the anterior from the middle cranial fossa, and it's related to sphenoid segment of the Sylvian fissure, most commonly the M1 segment of the middle cerebral artery. This is the different histological pattern of the meningioma, different grade, and most commonly it's a benign 70%. This we can see here a different meningitelial, the fibrous, transitional, somomatous, angiomatous, and microcystic, secretory, lymphocytic rich, and metaplastic. While the grade 2, as was mentioned, it's mitotic index more than or equal for mitosis in high bore field, increase in cellularity with high nuclear cytoplasmic ratio, prominent nuclei, and pattern of cell growth with spontaneous foci of necrosis. And this is the different type of grade 2 meningioma. Atypical, clear, and chordoid. And this is a grade 3 meningioma, which is known as anaplastic or malignant. And the mitotic index is more than or equal to 20 mitosis by 10 high power field. And it has a histological pattern of anaplasia, like melanoma, carcinoma, and sarcoma histology. It includes anaplastic, rhabdoid, and papillary. So my talk today about sphenoid wing meningioma, and it's classified either globoid or medial sphenoid. The globoid is including the nodular space-occupying cavity, and sub-classified into inner part, which is near to the clinoid. It's called clinoid meningioma. The middle part, which the alar plate, alar meningioma, and the lateral part extends to the pterion, and it's called pterional meningioma. And this is a different type of globoid meningioma in MRI scan. So you can see the clinoid meningioma attaching to the anterior clinoid process and reaching to the lesser wing of the sphenoid and the inner third of the lesser wing of the sphenoid, while the alar representing the middle third of the sphenoid, and the pterional is extending the lateral part of the sphenoid bone. And also MIFTI subclassified the clinoid meningioma according to the indicator of resectability into pattern of growth and extension to supracellular. And it classified into group 1, group 2, group 3 according to the pattern of growth, either to extend medially or extend backward toward the orbital roof, and to A, B, C according to the height and width of the tumor. If it's less than or equal to centimeter, it will be subclassified into A. 2 to 4 centimeter B, and more than or equal 4, it will consider as a giant sphenoid wing meningioma. And you can see here in that MRI, if there is no arachnoid plane between the internal carotid artery and the tumor, this as a group 1, and least likely to be gross totally resected. While in group B, there is an arachnoid plane between the internal carotid and the tumor, and it will be the possibility of gross total resection will be higher in group 2. While in group 3, it extends back, it extends toward the orbital roof and sometimes toward the superior orbital fissure, and the arachnoid plane between the optic nerve and the tumor will be so adherent, so that the total resection will be less likely. The sphenoid meningioma has a classic triad. Usually, the patient will present with proptosis, with visual impairment, and the ocular paresis, as it extends to superior orbital fissure and it extends to the optic apparatus and compressing the optic nerve. And usually, they present with high ICV, manifest as headache with the periorbital pain, nausea, and vomiting. With diplopia, if it's extend to the cavernous sinus or include the third nerve and optic apparatus, and they will have visual field defect, most likely temporal hemianopsia or visual loss if it's compressing of the optic nerve, and proptosis secondary to extension to the superior orbital fissure, or sometimes from the hyperostosis of the tumor nature. Also, there is another classification by Cushing and Ashton, and they classify the meningioma according to the location. Either it just involves the inner one-third, or middle one-third, or outer third. And the inner thirds are classified into sphenocavernous tumor and clino tumor. So you can see here in MRI with different axial, sagittal, and coronal, the large lateral sphenoid wound meningioma. You can see here that meningioma, and sometimes for the pre-op we are doing MRI, angio, these agents to assess the vascularity of the tumor, and if there is any possibility to pre-op embolization if the tumor is highly vascular, as known for meningioma. As we mentioned, the MRI, CTA, visual field, and sometimes angiography would be useful. What is the challenge for sphenoid meningioma? Actually, sphenoid meningioma, because the location it's in the skull base, so it will infiltrate into major vasculature like the ICA, the optic apparatus, into the cavernous sinus, superior orbital fissure. All cranial nerves are nearby the tumor, and the orbital involvement also will make difficult dissection and achieving gross total resection. And also the nature of meningioma in terms of bone invasion and hyperostosis. And you can see here, this is a giant sphenoid meningioma post contrast, and it's encasing the ICA and encasing also the right MCA. So the possibility of gross total resection in that case would be a little bit difficult. So the goal of surgery for meningioma to achieve radical resection, as it's a benign tumor. And we mean by radical resection to remove the tumor and to remove the dura 1 centimeter in the margin, and to drill or to remove the hyperostotic bone. And the surgical approach for sphenoid meningioma, either extended terional craniotomy or supraorbital. And it depends on the extension of the tumor. If it's having supracellular extension, favor the terional with the orbitozygomatic approach, or to just terional craniotomy with extension if it's toward the lateral sphenoid part. The positioning, the head is in supine, the cubitus, the head is fixed in 3-pin holder and slightly extension. We rotate the head toward the contralateral side of the tumor. And regarding the angulation, if it's a clino tumor, the angle between 30 to 40, while if it's alar or terional, between 40 to 50 degree angulation. The skin incision, it's in front of the tragus, curvilinear, 1 centimeter, and vertically upward to ipsilateral frontal region, to the midline. And also during the dissection of the cranial flap to take care of frontotemporal branch of facial nerve and the superficial temporal artery. So prefer to perform interfacial dissection. And then to reflect two flaps. The first is the faciocutaneous flap, which include the skin and the fascia. And the second flap is the temporalis muscle flap. And there is a special consideration for each type of tumor. For the alar tumor, the approach will be frontotemporal, terional approach. The dissection will be extradural toward the lesser wing. then the exposure of the superior orbital fissure, then the dura will be open and curvilinear. While in clinoid, same approach, frontotemporal, with the possibility of extended pterional. The dissection also will be extradural toward the distal wing, but we have to expose the sphenoid ridge and to do the anterior clinodectomy, drilling with the anterior clinoid process. Then the dura will be reflected in curvilinear fashion. Then the intradural part, including the splitting of the sylvian fissure. While the sphenoorbital meningioma, also it's called in-black meningioma, it's like carpet-like or flat meningioma. And this is the most meningioma involved with hyperostosis of the orbital roof. So the approach will be pterional with OZ, orbitozygomatic, and dissection of we'll do orbital osteotomy to expose the anterior part of the tumor. And from inferiorly, you have to expose we have to extend the skin incision below the zygoma to expose the inferior orbital fissure and infratemporal fossa. Then the reconstruction will be resection of the dural margin and closure by dural graft or local tissue, like using aponeurosis, pericranial temporal fascia, or we can use the fasciolata or abdominal fascia with watertight closure. So what is the reason for hyperostosis in sphenoorbital meningioma? Either from the bone irritation by the tumor, or if the patient have a previous trauma, or there is an avascular disturbance in the blood supply of the bone, or an invasion by tumor cell, or osteoblastic activity from the tumor itself. And the complication for hyperostosis from the more frequency to less frequency, it's lesser wing, greater wing, orbital roof, inferior orbital fissure, then the orbital ring. So the indication for procedure, surgical resection, usually the mainstay of treatment of medial sphenoid meningioma. Stereotactic radiosurgery is an option for asymptomatic small tumor with mass effect, but its proximity to optic chiasma. And observation is also reasonable treatment plan for small incidental tumor. For the operative consideration, usually the extradural clinodectomy can expose the base of the tumor area and facilitate its devascularization. Extradural optic nerve decompression protect the nerve early before an intradural tumor manipulation. And medial sphenoid meningioma may infiltrate the cavernous sinus. And for giant tumor with significant edema and mass effect, so CSF drainage should be carefully and gradually to avoid transitory herniation. Overdrainage of CSF during surgery also can make the dissection of sylvian fissure more difficult. And the optic nerve should be skeletonized and carefully protect during drilling with using irrigation. Thank you.
Thank you. Bassam, I was just about to say you need to hurry up. Okay, so next presentation.